Hello everybody, Tina here on this freezing cold day in New York. So I will continue to complain about the cold weather because it goes right through my bones. So I apologize in advance. You're going to hear this, maybe not. I have another thing to complain about today. Well, another thing to talk to you about. So I spent part of my day today speaking to people who didn't think MACRA applied to them. And that's exactly what they told me. They said that, no, that doesn't apply to me. That doesn't apply to me. I said, okay. For everybody who doesn't think that MACRA doesn't apply to them, I want to just bring you in to this new world that started on January 1st. MACRA applies to everybody who is involved in the healthcare industry, right down to the patients. In fact, the patients are the core nucleus of this whole entire thing. So let me tell you why it does apply to everybody. It's a whole new value-based care system. Reimbursements are completely based on performance. This is who it applies to. I still don't have my computer, so just bear with me. It applies to all physicians. That's dentists, podiatrists, chiropractors, gastroenterologists, optometrists, dermatologists, psychiatrists, cardiologists, I can't read my writing, ophthalmologists, pain management, and it applies to everybody. It applies to everybody. Here's more. Physician assistants, clinical nurse, specialist, certified registered nurse, and anesthetists. Sorry, I always murder that. Nurse practitioners. I mean, I think I should maybe talk about who it doesn't apply to. In 2017, MIPS does not apply to these people. Audiologists, certified midwives, sorry, I can't see, clinical psychologists, clinical social workers, occupational therapists, speech therapists, physical therapists, who else? Oh, the registered dietitian and nutrition professionals. MIPS in 2017 doesn't apply to these people, but these people are still eligible for a 5% increase in incentive if they're in an alternative payment model, advanced alternative payment model. See why you need my help? Because that's very confusing. To all of my office managers, my practice managers, I love you dearly. I know you guys are overworked. I am one of yous. I know I'm making this video for you, to help you. If you think that you are not affected by MACRA, you are mistaken. There's a huge trend that is coming, that is out now, about consolidation, and everybody's consolidating. So hospitals are gobbling up all the physicians and all their practices at rapid paces. I believe one in 3 physicians now are a hospital employee. And if you see my other videos, you'll see why that bothers me, because they're not entrepreneurs anymore, but that's a whole nother story, that's a whole other topic. What do you think is going to happen to you when your doctor gets a sweet deal from a hospital? Because trust me, I've seen the deals and they are sweet. What are you going to do? What do you think is going to happen to you? You're gonna be on unemployment. And trust me when I tell you, I have many friends that this happened to. They've been working with their physician for years and years and years, and the physician gets a deal, he signs up with the hospital, and now you're out of a job because he's now with the hospital because he doesn't have the resources, or whatever his reason or her reasonings are. So if you think it doesn't apply to you, it absolutely positively does. And I'm here to tell you because I want to help you. I want to help engage you in this process. When I sit with my clients, I want the office managers and the practice managers to be involved. You need to, this is a team effort. You need to be involved. I want you there. Your input's important. So to just say, oh no, this doesn't apply to me, it absolutely does. Does not having a job apply to you? Does not having a paycheck next month apply to you? Because what happens is when they go to the hospitals, they don't take their staff with them. They're not allowed to because the hospitals have their own staff. So you see where I'm going with this? I want to shake some of you because I'm trying to help you. It does apply to you. Your role is going to change. The coder's role is going to change. By the way, new codes came out yesterday. What were they? ICD-10. Those CM codes, those just came out yesterday. Go to cms.gov to find out more details about that. So everybody's consolidating. It's not just the doctors that are consolidating. There's vendors are consolidating. The vendors are consolidating with each other because there's more and more regulations and they're trying to share the costs. So there's this huge trend going on right now about consolidation, and it absolutely involves doctors with hospitals. Doctors are even partnering with urgent care centers, and by the way, I encourage that. This is a completely new playing field, and it concerns me that you don't think that it applies to you. It definitely applies to you. It applies to the coders. It applies to the receptionists. It applies to of course, the patients. It applies to everybody. And I know you're overworked. I know your caseloads. You're gonna have different roles, but most importantly, I want you to have a job. So I want you to really, when you hear this word MACRA and when you hear MIPS and when you hear alternative payment models, I want you to really tune in and what it means to you and how it's going to impact your life. And by the way, I just want to say this while I'm on this video. Doctors, still, just because you get employed by a hospital does not mean that you don't need a high MIPS score. MIPS scores follow everybody. They follow the doctors, they follow the clinicians. So if you change hospitals, that score comes with you, and that hospital is not going to want to take you on if you have a low score. If you have a low score, you're bringing down the whole entire average, the whole entire MIPS average score, and the hospital is not going to want to take a risk with losing money on you. You're still going to have to be engaged. You're still going to have to, even though they're taking care of your resources and whatever else they are, and that's your business, you're still going to need high scores. Just because you join a hospital and just because you join an ACO and the ACO is now reporting your quality measures, because you still have to report your ACI measures, advancing care information measures, individually. You still have to do that. They're not going to take you on if you have low scores. I mean, this is the reality of the situation. I mean, I can't say it enough how this is, look, I'm getting like, ugh. This is a national competition. So I need you all to be aware of how MACRA is impacting you, which is why I'm doing this. And this is why I'm feeding you this information. Physician compare scores are out. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with my hair. I don't know what's going on with my hair. 2015 physician compare is up with your scores. And I wanted everybody to know this as well. If you are reporting as a group, it doesn't mean that the patients cannot find what your score is and that you're like hidden within the group. What happens is CMS did this on purpose, that the patient will click on your individual, you'll have a link underneath and it will come up with your individual clinician profile, and then it will show the group score. So you're not going to it's not going to be hidden within the score, within the group. The patient is still going to be able to see what score you got. And I know everybody feels their patients are very committed to them and they're not going to leave them. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to want high scores. First of all, you're going to want the money. You're going to want the MIPS money. Second of all, you're going to want to drive more business to your practice. And it's just very important that you get very high scores. I want you to avoid the penalties. I want to see you get more money, and I want to see you get more business. That's my whole point. But for me to show you how to do that, you have to understand how MACRA or MIPS and just alternative payment models, how they affect you, how they affect your role. So think about what I said. It does affect you. It's not something you just put off. That's old mentality, that's old thinking. You need to be involved. I encourage you to be involved in the process of my assessments with my doctors and any education, anything. Call me yourself. Email me yourself. I'll be happy to help you. Be happy to walk you through what's going on and what this means to you. It's not just, what it means to the physician or the clinician. It's about the office managers. It's about the practice managers. And I know you're swamped, which is why I want to simplify this for you. So don't be a stranger. I'm here for you. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you tuning in, and I appreciate your time. I know everybody's busy. Have a good rest of your day.